And the ship came closer, and Victor could make out detail. It wasn't a starship. It was a corporate, a juke ship. Floodlights blinded him. Victor raised his arm, shielding his eyes, squinting at the light. The corporate ship had approached in darkness and was now charging in, lights blazing. It wasn't slowing down. It was going to ram El Cavador. Victor looked back at Father, who was still screaming for him to reach. Victor flailed, reaching out, straining, stretching, extending his fingers. The ship struck it. Father moved away fast. Victor's body slammed into something hard, the wind rushing out at him in a violent impact to his chest. He felt a flash of pain. The corporates had hit him. He was flat against their ship. And then he wasn't. Spinning away, free again, tumbling, disoriented. He turned his head and saw El Cavador moving away from him.
All right, we're back. Oh, wait, we got F1? Miami Grand Prix, huh? Cool, I got F1 this weekend. Anyway, we're back. We have done a decent amount, as you can see, of drilling. I'm up here doing this last little blast right here before I go and sell and get my fucking near $500,000 in gold. Gold sold, basically. It's going to take a while to smelt it all, but you just smelt it, so.
Lifeline stretching out, growing taut. He couldn't breathe. His lungs were screaming for air. He looked at his lifeline and knew that a hard jerk might tear it from his back. He reached back and grabbed the line just as it went up. The line jerked him hard, but it stayed connected. He held on. He was tumbling again, trailing behind El Cavador like a droll fish line. Then, in a single painful inhale of breath, his lungs expanded again. He took in air. His chest burned. His arm hurt. His suit was cold. His head was ringing. The air was stale. Father! There was no reply. He still had no power. El Cavador was drifting awkwardly ahead of him, moving abnormally to the side, like a boat turned sideways in an unforgiving current. The 12 severed mooring cables hung loosely below the ship. 2 more laser blasts hit sensors on the side of the ship, though Victor couldn't see what they were. He was still spinning, flying, dazed, limp.
Nice.
Everything was happening too quickly. Behind him, he saw the corporate ship fire its weapons and slow down, coming to a stop right where El Cavador had been. They wanted the rock, Victor realized. The bastards had bumped them for the rock. Victor rotated. He trying to control the spinning. El Cavador was still in the death slope, moving away from him. His lifeline was still taut. There's probably 40 meters.
Get a couple more of those real fast here. We'll be at $500,000.
The spinning. His body steadied. The spinning ceased. He could see Father clinging to the ship. The siren started beeping in his helmet again. His heads-up display flickered to life. He had power. The auxiliary generators had kicked in. Victor! It was Father's voice. I'm here! He was already hitting the propulsion trigger on his thumb, flying forward, hurrying toward the ship. Are you hurt? Father asked. Victor could see Father getting to his feet and then jumping from the ship, flying out toward him. Victor rotated his arm. It wasn't broken, or at least he didn't think so. No, hey! El Cavador was still drifting. He and Father were coming at each other fast. Victor let up on his propulsion, just as Father did. Even still, they collided, clinging to each other. Father scanned Victor's helmet, looking for fractures. You're not leaking? He had never seen Father this rattled before. You? Fine. It's Marco. Help me get him inside. He's not... Second lifeline trailing behind the ship, albeit farther down the ship from his position. Marco's line
I don't think we're going to get just enough to get 500,000, but I'll be damn close.
Father oriented himself and hit his propulsion trigger, flying straight toward Marco.
Oh!
Victor followed close behind him.
That might be enough.
Marco and anchored themselves to the ship. Marco's body...
Hold on, let's just take a look. 12,000 times 382. We are going to be, wow, I just did that wrong. So we'll be at 458,000. We'll be so close to $500,000 here. So close. Not too bad, though. Those of you tuning in just now, we've been drilling the hell out of our plot here. Every one of these dots is a drill, or at least 2 dots per drill, because I'm trying to go down the middle of the line here. And I mean, obviously, we missed a little bit there, but that's whatever. We're going to finish just this bit right here, and then we're going to go sell all the gold that we've collected just from drilling. And then it'll be time to build a huge amount of stuff. That's fine. I'm going to buy all the things. Oh, it's a 1 ounce nugget. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Look, every little ounce helps. An ounce is $1,200, roughly. And, who knows? While we've been doing this, the price of gold might have gone up. But it's not matched to the real world. Actually, let's take a look. What is the current price today? Current gold price. Look at that. We got more. Not piece price. Holy Hannah. So right now in the real world, the current price of gold is $4,625 per ounce. In game, it's $1,200. So we're only, I don't know, a quarter of the reality. That's funny. Okay. Well, we had some viewers, and then we lost some viewers. It is what it is. I don't think I would sit back and watch the entire thing. That's why I've been playing the audio book for everybody. Ugh. Fuck, did my game just freeze? Oh, okay. It was saved. And I'll go get one more drill here. How far down we go? Yeah. Okay. So we're at 388. 1,200 times 388. We're going to get 465,000 out of this. Obviously, we're not going to get the full amount because it'll cost money to smelt all of that. It's also going to take a buttload of time. But, it is what it is. What have I... So, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Honestly, we could do another pass all the way back. But, I mean, how greedy do we need to be? Actually, you know what? That's a very good question. How greedy do we need to be? Let's go see what the prices of some of these things are. So I'm pretty sure the prices doesn't tell us the price. Damn. Okay. If we're going to go tier 2, we need mobile wash plant, a water pump, a mobile generator, cables and hoses, magnetite separator. We're going to get a nuggetator. So really we need to worry about magnetite separator. Just a magnetite separator, not a magnetite trailer? I got cats all over me. Hello, kittens. Are you cold? I know it's very cold. Yeah, it's the 1st of May, and it is like 53 degrees out in the middle of the day right now where I'm at. I'm from Florida. I'm not used to this. It should be, 90. I'm not complaining. I'm just not used to it. All right, so bubble generator is 252. I really want to get a big power generator. That's where you really want to be at. That's 31, 32 grand already. Important buildings, yeah, whatever. Equipment store, gameplay settings, gameplay system, tablet, machine store, other machinery. All right, gold nuggetator is 19 grand. We need it though. Can't simply take the bucket and hand its factory. Well, we're going to buy the magnetite trailer since we'll be starting to separate magnetite. Blacksmith upgrade his equipment. Well, that's pretty cool. Can I help you, little kitten? Trying to eat my Apple Watch like a weirdo. Trailers. Fuel tank would be nice. Vehicles? No, don't need that yet. Wash plants. Okay. We need. What's on these things? What are we getting here? A mobile wash plant. That's going to cost $4,600. I've already forgotten some of the things it said we needed to get. All right. To be honest, we've got a bunch of stuff. All right. Mobile wash plant. Mobile. I already know that. So the big one here is magnetite separator, mobile wash plant. That's the really expensive pieces, potentially. Plus wavetable magnetite separator. Is this under accessories? This doesn't feel like under accessories. This should be under like stuff. Gameplay system, tablet, machine store. Oh, all right. Gold nuggetators, 19 grand. Wavetable, 3 grand. Magnetite separator, 2 grand. So we're at like 24. Let's call it 25. Magnetite trailers, another 3 grand. So we're going to call it 28. Okay. So we're barely touching any of the shit that we're buying. That's fine. We can buy everything that we want. In fact, how much is this big power generator? Another 32 grand. Who cares? Except for when you get that, then you have to get a big, monstrous, honking uh, machinery to move it all around and such. So we will buy things as they are needed to be bought. But we'll probably end up getting some trailers and some things. Okay. All right. Let's should we do one more pass? I feel like we should maybe do one more pass. Get some more gold. Come on, little kitten. What do you want? You want to be up in my face? You know, kittens like to be like right up in front of you. Is this what you wanted? No, that is not what she wanted. Go get your food and water. I mean, we're gonna have to do the pass anyway. We're already here. Maybe we'll do one more pass, and then I'll call it quits for a bit, take a bit of a break, go to the bathroom, all that fun stuff. All right, so this is 85, 86. Yeah, okay, so that's 85. Have I done 85 yet? Looks like the answer is no. Okay, so I can start here, do the top 2 of 85. Okay. We're rolling. All right. Put her down. See how far it'll dig. Probably not very far at all. Nope. Imagine if I got like a 50-ounce nugget just from that. That would be funny. Okay, so the bigger question is, when I do get a good drill, am I in the right position to have gotten to? No, not yet. Okay. Right here. Still no. Move forward a bit more. There we go. That's a pretty good drilling. Question is, did I... Still doesn't register. Huh. So I guess it doesn't count if it doesn't go all the way down. That is what she said. There we go. We went all the way down, and voila, we're in the right place. So that's good. Good to know. All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to turn the audiobook back on, and we'll go back to our regularly scheduled programming.
He was limp and non-responsive. They turned him over. His eyes were closed. His helmet was cracked, though it didn't appear as if air was leaking. I don't think he's breathing, said Father. He looked up, thinking, not sure what to do, then came to a decision. We'll open the hatch to the
My
bay
water.
airlock.
What are you doing?
As soon as Marco and I come through, pull in the slack from our lifelines as fast as you can. Then come in after us and seal the hatch tight. You understand?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Father got behind Marco and wrapped one arm around his chest and another around his waist. He was going to fly him in. Go, Victor. Victor launched, pushing the thumb trigger down as far as it would go, hurtling straight to the airlock hatch that led into the cargo bay. The exterior siren lights were spinning, bathing the whole ship in rays of moving red. The damage was everywhere. Scorch marks, stumps where equipment had been. Victor reached the hatch, opened it, then moved to the side. Father was coming up fast, carrying Marco's limp body. Marco's legs thumped against the frame of the hatch as he came through, but Marco showed no response. Victor followed them inside and began reeling in the slack from their lifelines, pulling hand over hand as fast as he could. Father was beside him now, pulling frantically. Finally, it was all in. Victor sealed the hatch, and air immediately began pouring into the airlock to fill the vacuum. Help me anchor him to the ground, said Father. The lifeline slack was everywhere, floating all around them. Victor pushed as much of it to the side as he could, getting it out of the way. Then he hit the switch on Marco's waist belt to initiate the magnet. He and Father lowered Marco's body to the floor. Father grabbed 2 anchor straps and put one across Marco's chest and another across his legs, anchoring him flat against the floor. By then the airlock was almost full of air. As soon as we get the all clear, said Father, take his helmet off nice and slow. Don't jerk it. We need to be easy with his neck. Victor nodded, and they both get into position. Father looked at the time counter on the wall and saw that there was 20 seconds. It's fully pressurized.
Hey.
Close enough. Go.
Oh, big one, too.
Father began taking off his own helmet. Delicately unhinged Marco's. When he finally got it off, the all clear sounded, and the light above the exit to the cargo bay turned green. Father felt Marco's neck for a pulse, while Victor fumbled to get his own helmet off. Call Isabella on your handheld, said Father. Get her here now. Tell her I can't find a pulse and he's not breathing. Victor's hands were shaking as he spoke on his handheld. Marco was dying, or maybe already dead. Father tilted Marco's head slightly back and began giving him rescue breaths. Isabella didn't respond. She's not answering, said Victor. She's probably already treating people or moving to the fuge. Find her.
What's going on with my guy's arm?
Have her bring her kit.
Do you see that?
She has it with her.
Right through his body.
Victor detached his lifeline and was up and out of the airlock
The
in an
fuck?
instant, launching himself across the cargo bay to the hatch on the far side of the room. The siren was loud inside the ship, and only the emergency lights were on, leaving much of the room in darkness. No one was in the cargo bay, but Victor found plenty of people out in the hall, the main thoroughfare on the ship. Everyone was wearing their emergency air masks and moving down the hall toward the fuge in an orderly fashion as they had been trained. Babies and small children were crying behind their masks, but their parents held them close to their chests and spoke words of comfort. Everyone seemed alarmed, but Victor was pleased to see that no one was panicking. Most people were upright, wearing greaves, but a few, like Victor, were flying, calmly moving with the crowd. Victor scanned the faces, but didn't see Isabella. Knowing her, she would be one of the last people to head for the fuge. As a trained nurse, she would stay behind and help anyone who had been injured in the collision, making sure everyone got to the fuge. She was the closest thing El Cavador had to a doctor, and she had even performed a few surgeries over the years.
Why would they not have a doctor
Only
out?
in life-threatening situations, and always as a last resort. Victor spotted a familiar face. Edimar! Edimar saw him and pushed her way through the crowd to reach him. Her air mask covered her entire face. "What happened?" she asked. "Why are you in a pressure suit? Were you outside? Where's your mask? Have you seen Isabella?" Edimar pointed back up the way she had come. "She was helping Abuelita." "Why? Who's hurt? What happened?" Victor didn't wait to answer. He was already away, pushing his way past people, going against traffic, using the handrail to pull himself forward. Edimar called after him, but he didn't turn back. Several people shouted at him as he brushed past them, but Victor didn't care. Marco was dying. He wasn't breathing. Every second counted. The deeper he went down the hall, the thinner the crowd became. With more room to move around, Victor began launching himself forward, moving faster, covering more ground. He reached Abuelita, his great-grandmother, who was being helped down the hall by two of his uncles. "Where's Isabella?"
There we go.
His father. Victor shot forward, panicked. There were very few people now. What if Isabella had gone into someone's room to help them and Victor had passed it? Or what if she had taken another passageway down to the fuge and Victor had missed her? He saw her. She was ahead in the hall, putting Victor's cousin Nanita's arm in a sling. "Isabella!" She looked up. Victor grabbed a handhold on the wall, stopped himself, and motioned for her to come. "It's Marco. He's not breathing." She grabbed her bag and launched toward him. "Where?" Victor turned his body and launched down the way he had come. "Airlock. Cargo bay." He was outside? He was putting on some plates when the corporates attacked. Corporates? He told her what he could as they flew down the corridor. He had to shout over the wail of the alarm. The crowd was thin now. Most people would be in the fuge. They reached the cargo bay. Isabella went through first. She flew down to the airlock. Maybe Marco was fine now, thought Victor. Maybe Father revived him. We'll get there and Marco will be up and coughing and sore maybe, but he'll be alive. And he'll thank Father and me for helping him, and then we'll all go down to the fuge together and laugh about what a scare it had been. But Marco wasn't fine. Father was still giving him rescue breaths. Nothing had changed. Marco was still lifeless. Father saw them and moved aside for Isabella to take over. Father looked exhausted and afraid and out of breath. "He's not responding to anything," he said. Isabella slid up her greaves to her knees and knelt on the floor beside Marco, opening her bag and moving quickly. "Help me get his suit off so I can get to his chest." She had scissors in her hand and began cutting away his suit. Victor and Father tore the fabric away as Isabella cut through Marco's undershirt. Victor watched the chest, willing it to rise on its own, to move, to show a little life. It didn't. Isabella slapped sensors onto his chest and slid a tube over Marco's mouth. The machine started giving him breaths, and Marco's chest began to rise and fall. It didn't give Victor any comfort. The machine was doing all the work. Isabella pulled a syringe from her bag, bit off the needle cap, spat it away, and stuck the needle into Marco's arm. She flipped on a second machine, and Victor heard the sustained beep of a flat line. His heart wasn't beating. Isabella pressed a disc to Marco's chest. She squeezed the handle, and Marco's body twitched. Victor thought for half a second that whatever Isabella had done had revived him, that Marco was coming around and jerking awake. But he wasn't. His body became still again. Isabella jolted him 3 more times. 4. Still, the flat line persisted. Isabella looked lost. She removed the disc from Marco's chest and pushed it away. Her hands went back in her bag. They came out with the bone pad. She placed it on the...
Oh shit, I drifted.
Skeletal structure appeared on the screen. Isabella slowly moved the pad up to Marco's neck and held it there for a long time. Her face just inches from the pad. Finally, she switched off the pad and looked up. Defeated. His neck is broken. It severed his spinal column. I'm sorry. The words felt hollow to Victor, like words from a dream. She was telling them that Marco was dead, that there was nothing more she could do. She was giving up. No, Marco couldn't be dead. Victor had been with Marco just moments ago. They'd been working together, laughing. Father was speaking quietly into his handheld, calling someone down to the airlock. There has to be something we can do, said Victor. There isn't, Nico, said Isabella, removing the tube from Marco's mouth. So we're just giving up? I can't fix what's broken here. He was dead before you brought him in. I'm sorry. Victor felt numb. His fingers were tingling. Marco was dead. The word hit him like the juke ship had. Dead.
There we go. Little reposition. Oh, good to go.
This was the Kuiper Belt. The family had left the A Belt for this very reason, to get away from the corporates. How had they gotten so close without us detecting them? Victor looked down at Marco. He has a family, Victor told himself. A wife, Gabby, and 3 girls, one of whom, Chainchild, was just a year younger than Victor. Father disconnected the lifeline from the back of his own suit and moved for the door into the cargo bay. Let's go, Vico. We're leaving? You and I have work to do. He meant the ship. Victor had seen some of the damage. The power generator was fried, sensors were gone, PKs were gone, and the auxiliary generators wouldn't last forever. If the family was going to survive, Victor and Father needed to make big repairs fast. Victor nodded to Father and moved toward the hatch. Gabby and Lisbeth are on their way down now, Father said to Isabella. I'd stay, but Concepcion wants us on the helm immediately. Lisbeth was Marco's mother. He still doted on her son. Go, said Isabella. I'll wait for them here. Father was up and flying.
Nice.
Victor launched after him. A moment later, they were in the hall, which was empty
We
now.
might be at 500
Father
ounces
turned toward
before
the
we
helm,
get to the
taking
end
a
here.
side passageway. Before following, Victor looked down the hall in the opposite direction, back toward the fuge, and saw 2 women coming, still a distance away, heading for the cargo bay. Gabby and Lisbeth, wife and mother. Even at a distance, he could see the terror and panic on their faces.
All right. 20.406, 8, 9, whatever it is.
Following Father, weaving through
We
the
can do this.
passageways of the ship. They arrived at the helm, and Victor was surprised to see the
See how
entire
bad I
flight
drifted.
crew here, all busily working.
Oh, just
Some were
missed a
running
spot. It's
cables
not
and
bad.
setting up lights. Others were at their workstations, speaking into their headsets or typing in commands. Concepcion saw Father and flew to him immediately. Victor could tell from her expression that she knew about Marco. Father must have called her. Gabby and Lisbeth are with him now, said Father. Concepcion nodded. Are either of you hurt? The corporate ship hit Victor, said Father. It's fine, said Victor. Concepcion looked concerned. You sure? I'm going to need you, Victor. Like I've
Oh,
never
big
needed
nugget.
you.
Nice. Nice. All right.
Fine.
12
He
more.
repeated.
All we need is
He
12 more
thought maybe
ounces.
he was fine.
Here and there. We can do that.
Marco was dead. The ship was damaged, perhaps irreparably so. Come with me, said Concepcion, turning and flying back to the holotable. Selmo was there, looking at a large holo schematic of the ship in the holospace above the table. A dozen blinking red dots on the schematic marked damaged areas. The electrical generator is out of course, he said. We don't yet know how badly it's damaged. That should be our first priority. The backup generators are fine, but they can only output about 50% of the power we typically use every day. So we'll need to ration power and turn off a bunch of lights and all non-essential equipment. For the power will need to go to the air ventilators and the heaters. I'd rather work in the dark than freeze to death. Victor and I will handle the main generator, said Father. What about the reactors? The reactors are fine, said Selmo. So the thrusters are good. The corporates knew what they were doing. They beat us up, but they left us with the ability to run away as fast as we can. Which is exactly what we are going to do, said Concepcion.
Come on, a couple more nuggets, all I want.
We are here. We're no match for a ship that size or that well defended. I know some of you would like to blow them out of the sky right now, but we are in no position to do so. We don't have the capabilities, and we are not going to endanger anyone else on this ship. That asteroid is not worth dying for.
Nugget.
All right. Roll up, said Karen. But if we can, we should try to collect as many of the parts and sensors as possible that were cut away from the ship. They're just out there floating in space right now, and we might be able to salvage some of the parts, especially the lasers. Some of those components are irreplaceable. I don't want to push our luck and aggravate the corporates by sticking around, but we should scoop up as much as we can before we get out of here. Agreed, said Concepcion. Selmo, as soon as we're done here, work with Segundo and Victor on a plan to quickly collect as much of the severed equipment as we can. Selmo nodded. The miners can help with that. I've got 30 men already asking what they can do. What else is damaged? Asked Father. Selmo sighed. Both laser drills are gone. The corporate severed them from the ship and then sliced them to pieces. There's no way we can repair them. I've already pulled video of the attack. The drills are irreparable. See for yourself. He entered some commands into the holotable, and surveillance video of the exterior of the ship appeared in holospace. There was the old laser drill, the one with Victor's stabilizer, illuminated by a pair of the safety lights. Selmo fast-forwarded the video, and Victor and Father watched as lasers sliced the drill to ribbons. The light was so bright and the cuts happened so quickly that Selmo rewound the video and showed it to them again in slow motion.
Which needs 6.
Victor
6 more out.
All his modifications and improvements to the drill, all of which he had created in his head, and rarely written down before building them, were gone, chopped into worthless scrap. Still, the drills were the family's livelihood. The 2 most important pieces of equipment, the means by which the family earned money and survived. And now, they were gone. Father said nothing for a moment. He understood the implication. The corporates had crippled more than the ship. They had crippled the family's future. How could they mine now? How could they get money for needed supplies or spare parts? How could they exist in the deep without good drills? What else? Asked Father. 4 of our PKs are gone as well, said Selmo. That leaves us with 2. Here again, the corporates knew what they were doing. They left us with 1 PK on either side of the ship, enough for us to fly out of here and defend ourselves against most collision threats, but not enough to retaliate and attack their ship. The only upside here, if there is one, is that they didn't slice up the PKs. They just cut them loose. I take that to mean they expect us to recover them and repair them elsewhere. What kind of them? Said Father. Remind me of sending flowers. What else? Our other big loss is communication. The laser line transmitter's gone.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Put me way over the mark.
It also means we can't warn anyone about the starship, said Victor. True, said Selmo. But that's the least of our problems right now. What about ice? Asked Father. How are we with air and fuel? Selmo smiled. That's a ray of sunshine. The holding bay is 95% full of ice. We harvested as much as we could from the asteroid when we first got here, so we're fine for fuel and oxygen for a while. That's more than enough to get us wherever we want to go within, say, 5 to 6 months from here. Victor felt relieved to hear that, at least. Ice was life. Reactors melted it and separated the hydrogen from the oxygen. The hydrogen they used for fuel, the oxygen they breathed. Selmo moved his stylus in the holospace and rotated the schematic. If you'd like more good news, it appears as if the other life support systems are undamaged. Water
I'm drifting. Look at
purifiers are
that.
good.
Did it
Air
again.
pumps are fine. Whoever these corporates are, they picked their targets carefully. Leaks? Asked Father. None that we can detect, said Salmo. We're running another scan just to be certain, but it looks like we got through without a breach. We were lucky. The impact wasn't that hard, and their lasers weren't trying to penetrate. Plus, the armor helped. Who are they? Father asked. Why didn't we see this coming? Salmo sighed. That's my fault. This is the corporate ship we sent the laser line to 10 days ago. I should have suspected something when they didn't show up on the scans anymore. I assumed that they had moved on. I never thought that they were creeping up on us. No one is at fault, said Concepcion.
Okay, all right.
Scanning capabilities of their exploited.
Well, if we get 13 more, another full bar.
Why would they attack us? Father asked. Salmo and I did the math, said Concepcion. When we sent out the laser line, they were already coming for us. They never got our message. They missed it. This has nothing to do with the laser line. They wanted the asteroid, pure and simple. Rayo came to the holotable. I've got their network. Give the word, and we'll go. Father turned to Concepcion. We launched a sniffer stick? He asked. Sniffer sticks were small hacker satellites launched from one ship to spy on another. To work, they had to be within range of the ship's network, yet far enough away to avoid triggering the ship's PKs. 50 meters was about as close as any sniffer stick dared. Accessing the ship's network was the tricky part, especially if it was a corporate ship. Corporates had armies of coders and specialists who did nothing but devise defenses against sniffer sticks. Most families wouldn't dream of even trying to hack a corporate. But most families didn't have Drayo either, who could wiggle his way into any network. We launched it just before you came to the helm, said Concepcion. I want to know who bumped us. What if they detect us nosing around their network, said Father. That might instigate another attack. They won't know, said Drayo. I've taken every precaution. No offense, said Father. But are you sure? We've been out here for years. Who knows what other sweeper programs they've got running these days? They might have new ways to detect us that we don't know about. Is this a risk we want to take? They're corporates. What else do we want to know? They have no reason coming out to the Kuiper Belt when there are so many asteroids in the A Belt ready for the taking, said Concepcion.
All right.
If they're moving out here now, the other families will want to know. This will affect all the clans. We've lived in relative peace for a long time now. If corporates are beginning to invade our space, that's intel we need to spread. Drayo assures me will remain invisible.
How much is this thing?
Then why don't we upload some malware or venomware and damage their systems while we're in there? Said Victor. Because we are not going to attack them at all, said Concepcion. I want information, not revenge. Victor looked at the faces around the table and saw that not everyone shared in that opinion. Please proceed, Drayo, said Concepcion, and bring up their network on the holotable if you wouldn't mind. Drayo returned to his workstation.
60,000.
The schematic of the ship in the holospace disappeared, replaced with a series of three-dimensional icons spinning in space. Flight log, engineering,
it would just be cheaper to keep renting it, to be honest.
Lem, Dr. Benyawe, and others. Give me the manifest, said Concepcion.
Man, does it
Tell me who the captain is. Photos and a holo video of a handsome man in his early 30s appeared. Concepcion selected the window of data beside one of the photos and expanded it. Lem Jukes, she said, reading the name. As in the Jukes, said Father. Is he related? Uko's son, said Concepcion. I'll be damned, said Salmo. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Copy as much of this data as we can, said Concepcion. I want to know what their intentions are. And let's get the severed sensors back in the ship and get out of here before Mr. Lem Jukes decides to take more pot shots. I'm going to be with Gabby and Lisbeth. And then I'll head to the Fuge to address the family. She turned to Father. Don't waste time and energy working on what we can't fix.
I'll come back and learn about all these
Work with
later.
Selmo to identify those things we can repair. Power first, communication second. What about the starship? Asked Victor. What about
Is there a way to
said Concepcion.
jump vehicles?
Selmo's right.
I thought there
We're
was.
not in any position to address that right now. Nor can we relay what we found. We're silent until we get communication back online. We're not going to be able to recover everything, said Father. We're going to need parts and supplies. The nearest way station is 4 months away.
There used to be a way
Concepcion.
to.
The closest help we have are the Italians.
There used to be a way to jump from vehicle to vehicle in this game. I guess not. So this is where the tier 2 or 3 setup goes. This is where your setup goes. All right, left the headlights on. Okay. So, hello, little kid. We are going to. I'll repeat this for now. We might end up doing that. We're going to drive back into town. And it's time to trade in some goodies. We're going to go ahead and upgrade everything about our lives. All this gold. Shit. 527 ounces. That is a decent amount of gold nuggets, or gold bars. So let's just see. That'll be 26 gold bars. Oh, look at this. Look at what my kitten's doing. Crash gold. Now, it is going to take some time to smelt these down, so I'm going to turn the time back up as fast as possible. I'm going to start doing magnetite and all that stuff too, so upgrade the blacksmith, and then maybe we can do more. Hello, Mama Cat. Okay. Buy a small burner kit. Oh, get myself some magnetite, obviously. All right, so we will go in here. Time scale goes to 12. There we go. Now we do have some money, so we are going to go buy a few things we know we need with the money that I got. Okay. most important thing we're going to do is not half-ass it. We're going to get like full-size trailer. You're buying a little trailer, it's not going to be helpful. Yada yada yada. You know what? I'm going to come in this way. It's a lot easier to get out of here with the trailer. Okay, so first things first. Big trailer. So many things to buy. Alright, well, shiny gold bar. Alright, so I need a fat water hose for sure. I need the water filter. Where is the water filter? You'd think the filter would be here near the hoses. Sure. Sure. We'll buy another one just for the hell of it. Oh, I bet the filters are over here. There you go. Water filter. Fuel filter. Okay. Fun. Alright, well, don't need all this stuff. Alright, we've got a decent amount of things. We're going to buy a few more things since I know I can afford it right now. We are buying the gold nuggetator. Bingo. Got it. Mine. Can't take it back. We'll come back for the magnesite trailer because you can't haul two trailers at once. Magnesite separator. Wave table. Alright, so we got all of these. That should all fit on the vehicle and the trailer I currently have. Oh, I don't have enough money. Okay. How do I remove things? Oh, quantity. Alright. Well, it's the gold nuggetator that's causing those problems. There we go. So we get everything except for that. Perfectly fine with it. Did I lie on that? Yeah, it did. Okay. Where is my trailer? I just bought the trailer. Where the hell is it? Wave table. Okay, yeah. Where in the ball sack is my fucking trailer that I just bought? Are you trying to infuriate me? Let's go get gas. You know, we're basically on full. Oh, whoops. Apparently I'm that guy. Go back and get our gold bar. Start another one, and I'm going to Google where the hell my trailer is. Maybe up here? No. That's very infuriating. It should have shown up on one of those other little pad pieces. Alright, I'm Googling this. Oh, the Kentucky Derby's going on? Fun. Gold simulator. Watch trailer. No. Check the storage. Purchase machines and trailers often do not appear immediately at your plane. I didn't expect them to be able to plane. New tablet map. Storage area. Equipment store. Storage area. Yeah. Okay. You might be able to reset it. Run out of money here in a second. So we go sell what we've got. Go ahead and do the rest. Well, I'm about to collect 20,000. Don't you worry. Oh, wow. I'm going to make a lot more money than I thought I did. Oh, maybe not. Oh, that's right, there's losses. You suffer lots of losses, I forgot. Now you rent an excavator, buy your first real wash plant, dig up some real gold. Congratulations. Now you've earned some real money. It's time to bring your mining operation to the 21st century. Start using heavy machinery like excavators and wash plants. Yeah. Well, I'm going to be doing that, but first things first. We still have some gold to smelt. A lot. Okay, go to your map in your tablet. Highlight the trailer. Oh, where's um, uh, so I guess it'll be white. Wrong button. Didn't get delivered to my thing, did it? No, there's no trailer on here. Did it just yeet my trailer into oblivion? Whatever. All right, well, we're just waiting on some gold smeltage. I guess I'm just gonna have to go buy another trailer. I mean, let me just save the last few minutes of gameplay and see if I bought it or not. That's not enough. All right, just gonna check that. Come on, I got gold to grab. Oh, trailer is actually not on. All right, there we go. I got nothing to complain about because the trailer actually was not on my purchase order. So I can just go buy another one. That's what I'm gonna go do. Oh, I'm just gonna go buy one. Buy another one. Oh boy. I got cats all over me, and I have to go to the bathroom. Buy mobile wash plant on a wave table. I have a wave table. I've got the wave table right here. Well, this is going to be do I need this truck? I may not actually even need this thing. That's 90 seconds. All right, everybody, including the cats, back. I'm gonna go back over there and get another gold bar going. I got it. I'm gonna be dancing in my chair because I don't want to disturb the cats. They're crazy. Guy? Or Shelly? Well, tigers. Obviously, I didn't need the trailer, but look, I got everything in this truck bed. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And go ahead and slow that down 3 times speed. And I'll be back. Actually, you know what? I'm going to slow it down even more than that. 13 minutes. I'll be back. How's this looking? 4 more minutes. Okay, I'll be right back. Still not done. Look, okay, we've got to be almost there. We basically are. How do I engage with the story? I don't get that. I just don't get what do you want me to do? Whatever. Okay. Put that back in. Full blast. Got me to buy multiple wave phases to make this thing happy? Like, I don't understand what they want. I got the mobile wash plant. I got the wave table. Magnetite. What is this? Got it. Okay. I don't care about stories. All right, so I gotta get a small excavator. Wash plant. Set up mobile wash plant. Okay. Now, if I go to get the big, use cables and excavator to move heavy equipment. Yeah, but can I do it with the small excavator? I don't know. I have to see. But I'm not just going to buy a bunch of small generators. I am just going to buy the big power generator and call it a day. Which reminds me, I'm also going to get that little fucking side-by-side. Alright, looks like a little bar. Like that. Boom. What is it you think I didn't buy? You think I didn't buy the wave table that I currently have? Oh, it's on the other side. No, that was a mistake. Whoops. Whoops. Whoopsie. I got lucky there. Real fast. Voila. Just buy several of these. Because why not? A bunch of these. Because why not? Got one of those. Got one of those. Since I'm going to have to put it in place, let's just go ahead. Come back and get all these later. That gold's going to be done here in a second. What the fuck's this have? Oh, if I remember correctly, you can just how do it like sort of move into place? I hear that little kid. It did. Okay. Alright, take this over here. We're going to do something real dumb. Which who needs money, right? Oh, wait. Let's just keep one. And we are buying this. Paint. Can't paint. Somebody else is going this way. Alright, so we got to finish the order. That's what it is. Transport. Oh, really? That, and that. $5,000? That is a no. That's perfect. Oh man, really? Well then, storage space. I don't want it in the storage space. Fine, whatever. Why can't I paint these things? Ridiculous. And yet I can't paint that. Alright, that's just disappointing. Oh yeah, I do need an excavator, but it'll be fine. I don't know if I would say that. If I would say that, period. Atomic Heart is an action sci-fi game, comma. Alien Isolation is a horror survival game, comma. Right. We almost certainly need to go back and get a ton more things that I forgot to buy. Make all the stuff that I did just buy work. But one thing at a time. It's infuriating is there's a mobile wash plant and there's my wave table. Like I've got them both. Why do I need to keep buying them? I don't know if this is any faster than the truck. Definitely harder to handle. Wait, what's up here? Oh, this is the wrong. Okay. I don't know the game. Period. New line. I should be clear that these are all games that I have access to. Period. Unless I don't have any money, comma, I'm not buying anything to stream with currently. Period. I feel like I don't need this. Like this feels like this was a stupid, useless purchase. But it only feels that way because, it was stupid, useless purchase. So we'll do that. Also, why is the side by side diesel? Let's go become crazy rich Asians. There we go, $156,000. I wish. I still have so much more to go through. All right, I'm gonna save. Um, let's just see here. New save. We'll call it. There we go. The reason why we're saving is I'm going to go and see if I have to buy these things again. I did. I had to buy it again. Uh-oh. Got that I need this purchase. Yeah, there's another 10 minutes. Make room. Look this way or no? Does that not actually work? I'm going to say that no, it does not actually. Yeah. Well, hopefully I don't lose anything else. Maybe just that one was super sketch. No, that's not the only one that was sketch. No. What am I doing? What? We're going to do our best to not have everything fly out. We're getting rid of this stupid thing. Should never bought this thing. And again, that's how a lot of people buy side by side. That's really what they're doing. Actually, we're not even going to do that. We're just going to use everything out of these albums. I regret everything. Okay. Good. And of course, at this rate, I don't have the time to get by. Roll again. God, this is awful. I regret everything I've done. This was a terrible idea. This is going to get sold. I think I can hire someone to work that first area. That's exactly what I'm thinking. We'll be able to work with them for the Yep. Good. What am I doing? What in the world are you guys doing? What the fuck? And then I get a dog. It just stands there and does nothing. Okay. Thanks for the dog. Instead, we unlock for $10,000. Okay. Hog fan, sweet box. Sure. This one, that's on sluice box. I don't understand. What's going on? Yeah. You good? Maybe it's because they still in town. Tracking. There's a flashlight. There it is. Okay. 2020. Go. Wow, that hitbox is so small. Back in there. Where the fuck did it go? Okay. Challenge with John forever. Okay. Freaking full starter. Hey. All the others. Okay. Perfect. Let him do his own thing. It's strange that those like stupid cartoony guys. You can do what you gotta do. What are you guys getting into? I got a cat run. That's supposed to have a cat. Okay. Or not. It's got a cat playing. So I've still got 141,000 plus 267. I think I'm good for right now. So I can upgrade everybody. I'm going to smelt in more gold. Take the gold. And now there's actually no reason for the game to be going crazy fast anymore. Probably should have done that a while ago. But moving on. Also collectors. These kind of jobs. We're going to take care of that in a minute as well. Oh, look. That's where it put the table. Oh, oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know. It's final. It's a transaction. You mean the transaction that I clearly already finalized? Because here's the thing that I bought. I have a cat puking in another room. No. Okay, or not. I guess no one's puking. It just sounded like it. Whoa. Pretty sure I'm buying significantly more than I need of anything and everything. But hey, rather have a surplus. But at the end of the day, this one will certainly be not enough. Not like that. We go finalize a transaction that I have already finalized more than once. There, finalized it. It's finalized. Oh my God, this fucking. What is this? Big diesel water pump. There's my water tank. I'll get to there. I'm sure it's okay. Mobile fuel tank. That's pretty cool. And that's also pretty damn cool. I don't do stuff in there. I gotta see. How do I fuel that thing? Your goal, the more advanced state, you'll need a lot more power. Buy multiple small ones. You won't do the trick anymore. That's when you have to buy a big power generator. It's more tricky to move it around because it can only be transported with steel ropes and an excavator. On the bright side, you won't need anything else to run even the most advanced wash plants and equipment. Fuel tank. Okay, so it has its own fuel tank. I don't need to get a fuel tank for it. How do I fill it up, though? I guess that's the big question. Probably fill it up with this. Ugh. So it holds 264 gallons. This holds, hey, 264 gallons. Oh, look at that. So that tells me I need to buy this. Oh my God. It's finalized. God damn, man. This game, even after all these years, and like actually being taken seriously by the developers, it's still buggy as hell. Come on, come on. Come on. Highlight. You just highlighted for half a second. You gotta be shitting me. Come on. There. You can get water here in town. That's cool. I guess some of the plots maybe don't have water. Oh, bitch. That guy. Alright, come here, Parker. Back in you go. Alright, time to spend my entire life savings on some, like 1 gallon of gas. Oh, diesel did come down. That's already there we go. Okay, you got one on this one? No. Nothing like advertising in the game for the game that you're currently playing. Oh, good. That's only going to be $2,000 to fill that up. That's funny. Okay, I still need to buy an excavator. So, buy the frickin' excavator. Actually, I need to. Yeah, it told me to buy the excavator, so I'm going to say yeah. That's the wrong turn. Fast travel. Huh, fun. So if I'm going to have an excavator, shouldn't I have a dump truck too? How much is this? This is the big excavator. that's the one that when I use the small sword to lift things? No, probably not. Small is 12. Big is 53. How much to rent this thing? I'm going to Google what I need. I would install it all. So you need the log upgrade. 4.5. Is that right around cables? Oh, okay. But it needs the log upgrade. First order, rent. Buy this thing. Transport equipment. Where do I put it here? Machine gun plane. Okay. So that doesn't change that. Okay. Well, I own it. So, holy 100,000. Christmas, Halloween's free. We'll do Halloween again. Whatever. That's 9 meter. Okay. I definitely bought the way too long ones. So, we are going to go back. Let me start here and turn around now. Because this is harder than driving a real vehicle with a trailer on it. All right. How many does it say I need? I need 4, right? I know I need 4. Christ, this fucking cat, man. some of those. Wash plants, D-Rocker, Glacier Creek. Don't forget to put miners' grills on top of the miners' mosses. Forget. Trauma duplex JK. After you finished working hard with a shovel, it's time to finally buy some more complicated machine. The mobile wash plant can be attached to the pickup and easily transported around the claim. It doesn't require much water nor power, but you should think about investing in a mobile water tank. Of course I should. It would be hard to pump water from a natural water source on the other side of the words. So I guess that's the plan, I guess. Money come, money go. I'm not driving back out here to haul that water tanker. Apply. Oh, good. I'm going to throw that. Excellent. I went on a shopping spree. I just got okay. Another wavetable, because if you like one, you're going to love a second. You know, just going to say this much. It's okay, buddy. I'll take all this stuff, put it down here, because this is where it's going to end up for now. All right, hold on, buddy. Let me get you situated here. Come on, Fancy. What else? This. It's right. Nothing. Okay. Good. Table. Wow. This is where having that trailer I thought I bought will come in handy. Okay. what am I going to haul first? All right, so the water I'm going to take over to the actual area of that pond. Here you go, the river, lake, whatever we're calling it, stream. But enough, I need these up here. Oh, yeah, down there. Oh, there it is. Mr. Boy, what are you doing? So I guess the big question is, I need to pump it in. Right? Oh, this isn't considered flat and stable surface. Right? Water's good in. Just going to water that. We'll water that. This is all electrical. Before that. You've got to be shitting. Is that what it is? Oh, look at that. Hey, buddy. I understand. Thank you. Whoa, 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 whoa. This one's going up. It is. Oh boy. Boom. Okay. No. Just close. Goddamn. snapping in place, isn't it? Gesundheit.
Where is the plug? We don't need that plug. Just drop it there. Okay. So I'm still not there. Okay. So water. All right. So that's up and running, and then we want this bad boy up and running.
All right, so it actually does not snap into place. It's the one thing that doesn't. But, of course, I've got this thing backwards. But it's going to basically go right here where I touch this. Basically right here. Pretty awful. So there's all the plugs. So maybe a little bit further over to the right. That could work. Oh, good, there's ladder on this side. Right? Sure, why not? Watch me end up needing 2 wave tables. Reselling this method. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Sure. There we go. I'm assuming all of this makes sense at some point too. This has been running for a while, but it still has not filled up with water. Alright, Google it is. Hard hose. That is what I have done. Everything was. Diesel. They said it automates.
Hello and welcome, it's Bushwhacker here, and today we are doing a Gold Rush tutorial. Views are found at into your cart, placed up the water, back of the truck, or back at your mine, and you have all your supplies. You can go ahead and start setting up your pump. Now you'll need to take and fill it with fuel. Unlike the generator, you don't have to take off the fuel cap. You can just throw fuel right in there. Now you're going to take the pump, and you can walk it over somewhere that says in it. Then we'll have to run back and we need to grab our water filter. Okay, now that everything's connected, we can go ahead and pull the little pull handle. Let's start up. There's 100% fuel and it's green, which means it has water. Now the pump has 3 outputs, 2 of which are garden hoses and 1 of which is the large hose. Here, we'll go ahead and connect it up. And we'll try to see how far it will go. So you'll see at some point here the coupling on the ground. You can select it, and then if you right click, it'll roll the hose as you would work. Because you cannot connect hoses, you'll have to place pumps at the end of your large hose line. Like another one connecting to their pump, which runs all the way down with a large hose to this next pump. And this continues time after time. So you can see that this relay is able to pump the pump while turned on.
Pump and 1 source on this trailer. That second hose, usually hard hose for the outport and pump inlet trailer. What in the fuck is going on? Why is this not working? So it's got water, and it's got 94% fuel, even though also showing it's mostly empty. This is showing got a water connection, but why is this not full of water? Or is it already full? Oh, maybe it's already full. Okay. It could already be full. That could all. Alright, whatever. Isn't this thing cool? Big power generator. Let's start on. Okay. Alright. So that was my truck. Oh, I left it all the way over there, of course. I swear, there used to be a way to just teleport into your vehicle, and I cannot figure out how to do it anymore. Gold mining simulator. Good lord. Teleport into vehicle. Unlocking fast travel force. It's not what I wanted to do. Jump from vehicle to vehicle. You can quickly jump between vehicles using the last item or the overhauled vehicle switching menu. Let's try this. Console. New improved vehicle switching system. Really? Use designated buttons, often D-pad buttons. Ah, that's how you do it. You haven't seen any gold, sir? There's gold right here in the bed of my truck. Hold on. Right there. There's a gold bar. So, suck it good, sir. There's a gold bar. Boom. I have spent forever already doing this. This has been insane. I got this whole little thing over here set up. That was all done by hand, and then a little mini excavator. That just got me enough money to go and start drilling the main plot, which is over here. And you're not be able to see anything, but it's just drilled. But that big area there, I used this drill thing to the left of the truck here to drill a bunch of all these little holes. I drilled every one of these holes, which is sort of like to let you know how far down you need to go to get gold and where to find it, yada, yada, yada. Um, and in the process, you find a bunch of gold nuggets. I found over 500 ounces of gold, which is why I've still got it going to the top right. 267 ounces of just pure raw gold and $111,000. Not to mention all of this equipment I bought, which is what I've been slowly trying to set up here. What a pain in the butt. This big ass generator thing here, that was very expensive, but very cool. Of course you do. Of course you have a friend who runs gold mines. I'm not paying him any kind of consultation fees. I can tell you that much. Okay. So, I need to get... let me put my bucket up here. Gotta have a bucket. Can't do anything without a bucket. Wait, where's my gas trailer? Ah, this. You gotta come over here and fill that up. Still trying to figure out all the things I need to do. It's been a while since I played this. We have to fill this thing up with dirt. So this gets... You know what? My brain's starting to melt. I think I'm going to call it quits here. I've only been doing this for, how long? 3 hours on this stream, 5. So I think I've been doing this for 8 hours, 9 hours now. I think it's time. I think it's a good place to save. I'm going to do some research and figure out how to set all this shit up. And then we will be in the money, no pun intended, next time we come back. I got water, I got electricity, got gasoline to power, diesel to power the electricity. I got my excavator. More gold next stream, no question about it. No question about it. I've got the mobile wash plant. I got the magnetite trailer. I've got magnetite separator. Right? Yep. Got the thing here. Wait, where's the... Oh, I gotta go back and buy the golden nuggetator or whatever that thing is. Gotta find the rest of my buckets. Gotta have the buckets. Can't do this without the buckets. And, yeah. So, there we go. I think that's the plan. Got all the water stuff set up. This should be fine. Now, this is just the beginning of Tier 2. This one goes all the way to like Tier 4 or 5. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes here. You end up with like big excavators and like giant monstrous conveyor belts that bring stuff all the way back up to the thing here. And there's like a shaker and a roller and then all these things. All this stuff is just framework for big machinery that goes on here. That's the joy of this game. And then the funny part is you do all this monster stuff. At the very end, you still just run it through these two machines and shake out a bunch of gold flakes. And then you have to have somebody else go melt it down. Okay. All right. I gotta go buy the gold nuggetator. That I know I have to do. There we go. Man, that would have saved my ass so much trouble. Knowing I could just jump into this thing. Oop. There we go. Alright, back in the town. Gold nuggetator, here we come. And the stream will be over. Then maybe Seaguy and I will go on and kill people. So that's the one thing that sucks is you don't actually get any like the big Tonka trucks. I actually really wish I did. I mean, you got like the big excavators and stuff. Actually, well, I'll stop by and show you all the fun stuff that you can buy because there is some pretty monstrous machinery. But you don't get to like drive it around outside of your plots. There are a bunch of different plots that you can buy. So like this game can take you forever if you really wanted to. You know, go full hog on it because that plot we're on is one of the smallest. Oh shit! Wrong button. Zoom out. Yeah, so there's a big plot over here. There's a plot over here. One over there. One here, and then we're in this one, tiny little one here in the middle. And we're literally on the smallest one. Like it's wild. And like this smallest one could still take, you know, a month or two of real world game time to fully, you know, deplete of all the gold that's in it. End up being a freaking millionaire. So right here is the heavy equipment dealer. The loading screens are absolute ass on this. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, like I said. Made the mistake of buying this side-by-side. It's useless, no point. There's a big driller. But here's a nice big dump truck. I will be buying that. There's the big excavator, which I just borrowed. Small excavator. You got a front-end loader. You got a bulldozer here. These are some of the bigger machines that help separate the gold out. But then you got this monstrous Frankenstein thing here. This is just a huge... check this out. This is just a huge conveyor belt that you can drive around and aim however you want to. And it only costs you $539,000 to buy. And then we come back here, and there's even more crazy-ass shit. So some small ones here. There's a big, monstrous front-end loader. Or, whatever. Here's the biggest killdozer you've ever seen in your entire life. This thing's only $840,000. Here's another crazy conveyor belt system that you got, which you get like all these pieces, including like this one. I don't think this will even fit on that smaller plane that I'm on. But yeah. These load screens, man. This game has been out for 1 million years. It's even been regularly updated. They're on like season 39 or whatever. There's like ranked play in this, the leaderboards, and they still can't fix the stupid load screens. But, nothing perfect. But I gotta go over there. Pick up my gold thing. Yeah, future, exactly. Why does this thing always make me face the direction I don't expect it to? We go spend a lot of money on a little thing that shakes out gold. There we go. Gold nuggetator for 20 grand. So I'll buy that. That what I just bought? Yeah, that's what I just got. Mini one. I didn't know they had that. I guess I could get a work light. Or two. Sure. That should all fit in the back of my truck. Or not. Oh boy. Oh boy. This, I'm sure, is... Yes, I'm very strong. I work out. Can we... What? No. What? Can we put this in here? A better way? No! Oh my god. It's time to buy a trailer. Which is fine. I need to get some more hoses anyway. Get 2 of these. Any of those. Then we'll just go buy the big trailer. We'll fix all these problems in season 50. Oh, maybe. Let's say face reveal at monetization. This way they can't take it back. I've already got my money. People can't be like, oh no, I don't want to support anyone that ugly. There we go. That is not going to work. Feet reveal. I mean, sure, if I got a bunch of serial killers as my fans, in that case, I might as well just have an OnlyFans. extremely unrealistic trailer physics. I can't get those things to stand up straight in the bed of my truck at all, yet I can go off-road with this trailer, and they are glued. Funny that gold right now in the real world is like $4,600 an ounce. And in the game, it's like $1,200 an ounce. I'm like, man, I wish this game, you want to see a reverse without jackknifing? So I can do it in real life. Here, I'll miss my turn. Let's see if I can... jackknife. Problem is, it's a short trailer. That just sucks. I was trying to do an actual, like, turn. Okay. Good Lord. I'm trying to do this backwards. This is actually pretty realistic. This is exactly how awful it is trying to drive with a short trailer. It's like my Kendon motorcycle trailer wants to just jackknife constantly because it's about the same size as this thing. But like my big covered car trailer, I can put that thing in a parallel parking space. There. Are you not entertained? Because I'm done. Oh, hung up on. Literally nothing? Okay. I can imagine. Ooh, look at that turning radius. What really sucks is a few years ago, I had a gold Krugerrand that I had sort of inherited from my aunt, and I sold it. And it was during COVID, so I think I got like $2,700 for it. God, it would be close to $5,000 right now if I still had that thing. I needed it. I needed the money desperately at the time, but then again, I need the money desperately now too. So, okay, take this down here. I chop every time. Randomly place these work lights wherever the hell I feel like it. Watch, now they're gonna like tip over if I put it here. Oh, no, they are facing the wrong direction. What the fuck was that? One there. Needs to actually be facing the work area. Take our nuggetator and toss it into oblivion. I'll take this gold bar and just throw it over here on the ground because nothing bad will happen to it. There we go. So used to Battlefield, so I'm clicking the button to run. That's just how you change your hand tools. Okay. Don't need this trailer. So I can just stay right here. BF8, actually. I got the early advanced screening. No. I keep saying it, the hit reg on this thing is almost as bad as the hit reg on Battlefield. Okay. Bring gas to all the boys and girls. At the very least. Right here where I need it. Where's the gas go? Right there, right? No. Aha. Yes. Feed her. All right, buddy. I'll see you tonight. Is it just me, or is it brighter now at 9 p.m. than it was at like 8 p.m.? Really, maybe I've just adapted to the dark. I was molded by it. There we go. All right. How long does this power cable reach? Oh, it doesn't. That's okay. This is what God created. His own power cables. Whoa. It's very unstable. Okay. This is not going to last because I have to put a bunch of stuff there. But for now, boom. And let's, Jesus Christ. Let's test it. I'm going to start off. I just need to start. Oh yeah, look at that. God. Those are actually lighting that up really well. All right, well, that's good enough. Cool. Very cool. So I've got 20% of this is in there. All right, I think we have finally found a safe stopping point. So we'll go ahead and save it. Okay. And that's it. So tomorrow we'll be playing a new game. We might go back to the Cyberpunk because that was pretty popular. But obviously, you're just trying to watch all of these because you're a masochist. There is obviously a playlist for each of the games that are streaming. You can just watch them all in order there. Until next time, ciao, everybody.